I have a question for you, Joe. If you're Chris Jury, right, and we don't know the pressures that are on him to win now or to build for the future. You didn't really have much to do with the whole Kakko thing. Do you trade Kakko for a win now veteran that can slide in at a reasonable cap price to get us into a deep playoff push? We've shown that we're willing to get rid of a late first rounder, but is that where we value Kakko at this moment? Because if you think about it, he's proven he's not a second overall, at least in some eyes. Let's just call it that he's proven he's not a top 10 even. So where does the organization value him? And if we're willing to get rid of a late first to get a guy like Kopp to drag us deep into the playoffs, maybe you get a guy that replaces his production and then some and find some chemistry on those top line positions that they're a veteran player, they're a proven product, and you can tell them, this is how I want you to play. I'm not going to say a William Karlsson has to happen, but maybe somebody that even has a relationship with Turk, So when you add all these other layers to it, how attached, if you're Drury, are you to Kaapo Kakko?
Well, I think Drury is smart in the sense that look at the whole Krabby situation. You know, he could have been like, I'm the new GM. I'm not dealing with this BS and shipping him off. There was people knocking on the door saying we'd like Krabby. We saw him in preseason and the beginning, and he looked like he definitely was going to be a game changer. Going back to Kaapo Kakko, it's hard when it's a number 2 pick because if anyone knows New York Rangers draft history, we have not had a ton of number 1s or number 2s in our history. So it's hard to give up something like that and then go see him go to the Kings and have a great career after us. But if it's not working, it's not working. I think Chris Drury is smart in the sense that if he saw that it wasn't working, he would get good value. Judging by what our previous episode talking about Nils Lundkvist, he was in the position to receive a high second round pick. And if you look at where Lundqvist was drafted, he was almost in the second round. So
Late first,
obviously
yeah.
he values that more where he's like, yeah, I'm not just going to give up nothing for nothing. So I think that if we were in a close position to, win and go make another deep run into the playoffs, that maybe he would give up Kaapo Kakko, but I think it wouldn't be he wouldn't do it for nothing. Like it wouldn't be for an aging veteran that's gonna walk after that, like an Andrew Kopp situation, like where we didn't end up re-signing him. I think, but you got to think too. Also, he's got to think in the back of his mind that the bridge deal will be over, and he either will have to give him some more serious money or he will always just take low value. But I don't think somebody that gets drafted in the second slot like that is gonna, his agent's gonna say you are worth this. Like you just haven't had the right opportunities. So I don't think Kakko would take like a low amount of money after the bridge deal is over. So I think Drury is the man to balance it, but I think it's all going to be dependent on how Kakko plays. And let's
Final
hope we don't even
prediction.
get there.
My prediction: 25 goals, 50 something points, respectable. Ask for a trade in the offseason. I just like, I
I
don't know
have that
why.
feeling that this is not going to go well with
I
Kakko
you
too.
know you know
Yeah, I
I
get
because
that.
because here's what I think. Also, I think it's gonna have the showings of something that could go well. Like I said, 25 goals, 50 something points. He's gonna at least be like, oh, okay, there's something there. And then we're all gonna be excited for that contract year of his, where this is where he proves it. This is where he gets that big contract that he deserves, hits that 30 goal mark, and then just like Niels and just like all these guys, where it seemingly comes out of left field. That's my prediction.